Hey guys, it's Katt Dee, and I'm here with a new tag video, and I'm super excited about this one. I threw some ideas at a friend of mine, and I kind of wanted to do a play on the 12 days of Christmas. So instead of doing the 12 days of Christmas, I'm going to do the 12 collectibles of Christmas. So I'm going to do a countdown of collectibles that I hope to get, maybe not for Christmas, maybe for my birthday. My birthday's in January, so there's hope. So let's get right to it. I'm just going to go from 1 and then to 12. And they're in no specific order. You don't have to put them in any order if you don't want to. But let's get right to it. So for my first day of my collectibles of Christmas, I want the Magical Creatures statues. Now, if you don't know what the Magical Creature statues are, these are actually Harry Potter figures. They actually brought out 10 of them. So I'm kind of cheating when I'm doing this because it's not just a collectible, it's a group of collectibles. Now, I already have 5 of them, so for this first day of collectibles of Christmas, it's really, I just want the other 5. I mean, there's just 5 more. So I'm not going to go into all of them, but I will go through the ones that I want for this first collectible day of Christmas. So the first one I do not have is the Magical Creatures number 2, which is Dobby. Now, Dobby is so cute, and he's holding a book, and I'm a reader, so I really need him. And then the next one I don't have is number 4, which is the Hungarian Horntail. The next one I do not have is number 6, which is Buckbeat. The next one I don't have is number 10, which is the Gringotts Goblin. Now, I think that is the 5. Dobby, Horntail, Buckbeat, Goblin. What am I missing? There's got to be one more. Oh, Nagini! Obviously. Duh. And then Nagini. And obviously he's one of the Horcruxes. So I definitely need Nagini. So that is the 5. That is my first collectible day of Christmas. So for my second day of my 12 collectibles of Christmas, obviously you saw my number 1 and number 2 kind of goes with number 1. Again, I'm kind of cheating, but these are the Magical Creatures for Fantastic Beasts. Now, one of my friends just pointed out that these just came out. I'm so excited about them, some more than others. So I will tell you that there is 6 out right now, and I want to put them in order based on what I want. So the first one that I'd really like to have is the Niffler, which is Magical Creatures number 1 of the Fantastic Beasts set. The second one would be the Demigeist, which is actually number 4. And then I would want the Okami, which I really prefer the Okami Pop, but this is still really beautiful, and this is number 5. And then the Bowtruckle. Now the Bowtruckle would be farther up on the list, but I feel like he's kind of little based on like the case. Like I definitely want him because I love Newt and the Bowtruckle, and I love like their relationship with one another, but still it would be down there on the list a little bit. And then number 5, I would want a Fwooper. It's the cutest little bird. And then number 6, I would want Thunderbird. Now obviously Thunderbird is gorgeous and he plays an epic part in the movie, but once you see these, I can put some pictures up here for you. Maybe I'll put them up when I'm talking about them, but they're all super cute. I would be happy with any of them, and they are my second days of collectibles of Christmas. So for my third day of my 12 collectibles of Christmas, I'm cheating again because obviously when it comes to my collectibles, that's what I like to do. So for this day, I want a case of the Disney afternoon mystery figures. Now specifically, I would like ones that are exclusives like Toys R Us. And what these are is these are guest vinyl figures. You guys know this is a mystery box, and inside it has DuckTales, Tailspins, Chip and Dale, like all the cartoons that I grew up with. And I really like the aesthetic of these Funko Mystery Minis. And I want a case of them because I figure if I get a case, I'll get at least a whole set. Not all the exclusives, but then I won't have to buy all of the... I won't get 1 million doubles like I tried to with Harry Potter. But yeah, so that is my third day for the 12 days of 12 collectibles of Christmas. That is a tongue twister. Try to say that 10 times fast. Now, for the fourth day of the 12 collectibles of Christmas, if I were putting these in order, this would most likely be closer to the top of my list. So, if you guys know me, you know that The Corpse Bride is literally one of my favorite movies of all time. And McFarlane actually made these really awesome figures. And because of trades that I've done with fellow YouTubers, specifically the person that got me all 4 of these, which is MickeyRochester, I have 4 of this series that I absolutely love, and I want the entire series. And this is the Corpse Bride McFarlane figures. So the ones, I know I'm putting them together because that's what I do apparently. So I already have Mayhew, Mrs. Plum, Emily, and Victor, which if I have Emily and Victor, I mean, those were the ones I thought I would never own. But there's still a ton out there that I really, really want. So from the series 1, there's General Bones Apart, which looks like, it's like Napoleon Bone. I think it's like a play on Napoleon. He's kind of like this short, stocky skeleton. He's super, super cute. And then the next one is just the skeleton boy and girl. And then we have General Wellington. And then we have Victoria. Now, Victoria, if I were putting these in order, I would definitely want Victoria next. I feel like she would kind of round out the Victor and Emily, like the love triangle that we have there. And yeah, so then I already have Victor from series 1, and I already have the Corpse Bride, or Emily, from series 1. And then in 2006, they brought out the second series. So the first one was 2005, and then the second series that they brought out was 2006. And Mrs. Plum was in that series, and I have her. And then the skeleton band leader, I do not have. And then Albert, who I love. If you have seen this movie, I love the moment that Albert sees his wife again, and he plays like he's the guy from Gone with the Wind, and it's like Rhett Butler. He plays like he is, and he just saw his wife again. It's very cool. And then Mayhew, which I already have, and then a different Victor. This is Victor 2, and he's holding a present, and I do not have Victor 2. I have Victor 1, and then I might actually have Emily. I don't know if I have Emily series 1 or 2. Which one is this? I'd have to actually look. I have one of the Emilys. Let me see here. Let me tell you which one I have. I'm looking. I'm like cheating because I have it right here because I didn't want to forget any. But one of the Emilys I have Emily with a bouquet. So whatever Emily doesn't have the bouquet, I'll put down here which one I have and which one I don't. But that is number 4, the 4th day of my 12 collectibles of Christmas. For my 5th day for my 12 collectibles of Christmas, this one is also a little bit broad, but you'll get it. I would love a set of Game of Thrones bookends. Now, I've seen several of these. I've seen the Direwolves, which I really, really like, and I've also seen the set of Daenerys's eggs that actually break your books into 3. There's 1 egg, a space, 1 egg, and then the space. So there's 3, and books go in between both of those. I really like those as well. But I'd be open to really any Game of Thrones bookends. Obviously, you know, this entire section right here is Game of Thrones, and it is one of my favorite fandoms. So for day 6 of my 12 collectibles of Christmas, I'm going to be broad for you again. And this I would like to encompass any DC Bombshell statue. Now, when I say it, I mean the statues that legit have the DC Bombshell logo at the bottom. I only own 2 of those right now. I own the Christmas Wonder Woman, and I own the Christmas Harley Quinn. And I'll put the pictures of the ones that I have right here. Now, I love the DC Bombshells. I actually collect the comics. I have a ton of the comics. But I really want these statues. I've just put a curio together recently. I feel like I need to do like a curio tour, but I actually need one more to put that out. So once I get that out, I have some of my more expensive stuff out there, and I would love to like increase that type of figure. I know it's a little pricier than Funko Pops, and I know I haven't put any Funko Pops on this list so far. I don't know if I will, to be honest, except for one that you will see later. But yeah, so that is day number 6 of my 12 collectibles of Christmas. So for my 7th day of my 12 collectibles of Christmas, obviously I just like breaking the rules and I'm grouping something together, and that is Game of Thrones Funko Pops. Now, as you guys know, I have a ton of Game of Thrones Funko Pops, but I did get into it a little late in the game, and there's some ones that I really didn't get a chance to actually get a hold of, and those would be the ones that are encompassed in this day. Now, obviously, I know that I'm never going to have a Headless Ned Stark. They're going for a ridiculous amount of money, and I'm okay with that. But there's some others that I really wish I could get my hands on. For example, Drogon, like with the red eyes. I have Viserion and Rhaegal, the bigger ones. And I really love Drogon to go with that. Another one is I'd love the Iron Throne. I don't have that. I would love Grey Wind, or the metallic set of 3 dragons. I mean, I could go on. I would love Renly Baratheon, but these are all high-priced Funko Pops. They're just on my wish list. Ones that I most likely will never own. I would even like the HBO black version of the Night King that just came out, and he's, I guess, a little bit more reasonable. I don't even know where his price is right now, but he would definitely fall into the genre of pops that I want. So we're moving right along, and I can't believe we're already to day 8, and I feel like I'm just this person who wants so much shit. But who cares? That's what's the fun part. So again, number 8, breaking the rules again. I'm going to group something else together because I don't care what it is. I just like this genre, and I just started collecting this type of figure, and I want more of them. So I am talking about the Disney Jim Shore figures. Now, I actually love these figures, and they are kind of reasonable price. You can get them anywhere from like $15 all the way up to hundreds of dollars if they're retired, but usually they're in a good price point. They're like $20, $25. Some are, I mean, the bigger they are, the more expensive they are. I currently own, I believe, 4 of them. I have Belle, I have Moana, I have Alice with a masquerade mask, and I have a very large Haunted Mansion set. Oh, and I have 0, so I have 5. I got 0. I bought that from Ferrera Market. So I have 5 Jim Shore figures right now, and any and all of them are opened for my want list. So, for the 9th day of my 12 collectibles of Christmas, you guys might laugh at this one. I want a giant sack full of blind bags. I don't care what they are, because I love mystery, and I've actually, oh my gosh, I never thought I'd be the type of person that got addicted to watching these blind bag openings, but it started with Blindbagtoyaddict, and it started with my Funko collections, and I have these cute little, like, mystery vinyl figures all over the place. I do prefer, like, you know, fandoms that I like, but I do love the mystery of them. I'm not so much into the Zoom Zooms, although I do have almost a complete set of Marvel Zoom Zooms. But I love the mystery of open blind bags, and I think it would be awesome if someone just handed me like a garbage bag full of blind bags. It would be hilarious, and it would be a great Christmas. For my day number 10 of my 12 collectibles of Christmas, I'm going to consider this a collectible because everybody wants one, and most of it is because of the nostalgia purposes. Like, if you think about it, the kids that were born in the 80s are now adults, and that's why all the 80s things are like on the rage. That's why these comic book movies, that's why they're bringing out all these video game movies. It's because it is like literally our time. Like, I love the fact that I'm aging myself, but I was born in the 80s. I know, I'm old. So I get to experience all these cool movies that are coming out from Marvel and DC, and all these movies that are based on video games and books. Like, I just read Ready Player One a while back, and it's based, like, the book, like, if you, like, love the 80s, it, like, it's a nod to all of these 80s, like, things, but it's set in the future, and that's so, like, the time now. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about, it is these Nintendos and Super Nintendos that they just brought out, but they're mini consoles, and you can play like all of these games. I mean, I would love to have a vintage one, but that would just cost too much to try to like gather all the vintage games up. And these, when you have the mini consoles, they have games included. Now, if I had to choose between one or the other, the Super Nintendo is really like the one I would lean towards more, just because, you know, you had Donkey Kong and you had Super Mario World, and you just had a lot of games that I really remember playing. I think Nintendo, I might have been a little too young, but I love the Super Nintendo. So we're really getting down to it, guys. We're like literally like 2 days left. And these last 2 days, I'm like going out with a bang. I know. My list is all over the place. And you're like, oh my goodness, Katt Dee, what don't you like? For day 11 of my 12 collectibles of Christmas, I would love the Nightmare on Elm Street Hawthorne Village set. Now, Hawthorne Village has done a lot of things. They've done the Nightmare Before Christmas, which I know you're probably surprised it's not on my list, although I would love that too. But I love the Nightmare on Elm Street one that they did, and I will show you a picture of part of it right here. But yes, I would love to have this. I would love to start, if I had more space, and obviously, as a collector, you just never stop collecting. But, I mean, obviously, I would love to have multiple ones of the Hawthorne Village collectibles, but specifically the Nightmare on Elm Street. It is my favorite horror movie. Freddy is my favorite villain. And yeah, so that would be for my 11th collectible on my 12 collectibles of Christmas, or 11th day of collectibles. You get it. I'm getting so confused. Maybe I'm tired. Alright guys, we've come down to it, and we are at the 12th day for my 12 collectibles of Christmas. And are you guys ready to laugh? Because I was most excited about telling you about this one, and none of you are probably going to guess this. So, if you guys don't know, I absolutely love mythical creatures, and obviously I love dragons, but my favorite mythical creature is actually a unicorn. Now, if I could find it, I don't know if it even exists. I really want like a giant stuffed unicorn. I've seen a 93 inch teddy bear. Now if that were a unicorn, that would like make my world. I literally want to put this giant unicorn right by my reading couch or chair. I mean, I think that it would just be an awesome decoration. I know I'm crazy, but I do love unicorns. You guys learn something new about me all the time. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know my collectibles are completely random, and there's probably a million other things that I could have put on this list. But you guys try sitting down and thinking of 12 collectibles that you like. You could probably name 1 million. I'm Katt Dee, guys, and before I go, I want to let you know who I'm going to tag to do this video. Now, I know it's super long. You guys can simplify yours. You don't have to do it as complicated as I did. So first off, obviously, I'm going to tag Franklin FM McInnis. I'm going to tag Karen at Ethan Finds Out. I want to tag MickeyRochester, and I want to tag Blindbagtoyaddict. You guys are all tagged. I could have tagged a million people, but those are the 4 I want to tag. Please do my 12 collectibles of Christmas tag. Make sure that you link my information when you do your video and let people know where it started. I'm Katt Dee, guys. Give this video a big thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much. Bye.